Oh, is that why this page is designed that way?
Yeah, so here's computer careers, and depending on the resolution, this would be a really low resolution. And then if you have a higher resolution, you can see the page automatically centers. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So it was designed that way. If you look at this background, you'll see that it has green ones and zeros. So I have binary in the background. It used to be green letters against a black background, but it was so dark and heavy, I got depressed every time I came to the page. So I lightened it up and put like a medium gray there. But here's how to do this. And I'm going to use this page centering so you can see it. First of all, I set my width to 800 pixels, and I do that by setting up a div with an ID frame. Again, ID means there's only going to be one frame on the page. And I set that frame to 800 pixels, which is the lowest width that people are using nowadays. So let's take a look at the code here. I'm just going to save it on my desktop really quick and open it up in my text editor. And let's look at the code first. Here's my body tag. And right after my body tag, I set up a div for my frame. Whoops, sorry. I can make that even bigger. And where's my stop frame? Well, if you go all the way down the bottom, here you can see my stop div right before my body. So my body is going to make one block, which is going to be what displays on everybody's monitor. The frame is what I have control of. I'm going to change the width of the frame. So we're really working two boxes here, the body box and the div box. And notice my commenting. Do you see this div is hanging out here in the middle of nowhere? Well, we put a name tag on here so we know which div that is. The more you do this, the happier you'll be. I've started doing this recently, and it's really paid off. So everybody see how we're making a second box around everything on the page. Oh, I can display this page for you too. Let me do that so you see what we're working with. That is... And here's the page, and as I change my browser, you can see it automatically centers, just like on the computer page. Again, the trick is you're looking at a resolution of 800 wide. So here's my body. I just do this standard for all my body tags. I set up my background tag. This is what I was talking about earlier. Here's my color, a light gray or a medium gray, and here's my URL, and it's my background image. Now right now this doesn't go into anything, so all we're seeing is the gray background. But this allows me to drop in an image really quickly if I have a gradient or anything I want to put in there. And this is saying don't repeat my image. So this could be like a watermark or anything. And I just kind of do this just to set up all my pages. But here's the trick. Here's my frame. And again, the pound means ID. We're only going to have one. And here I set my width to 800 pixels and left a good comment. Here I did my border. I made it 5 pixels, a dark gray. Whoops. My apologies. And made it solid. Here I set my background color to a lighter gray. And my padding, again, the top is 0, right is 15 pixels, bottom is 0, left is 15 pixels. And that gives me some breathing room. Looks like I have a problem here converting tabs to spaces. And now this is the trick. I set my margins to auto, and that automatically centers on the page. So this is a really nice thing to remember when you want to do centering. Margin, and just set it to auto. And again, this is what it looks like. So you can see my light gray, you see my border, and my dark gray on my body. And then here's my margin auto. So again, remember the box model. So this is our text. This is our padding, or here's our padding right here. Here's our border, and here's our margin. So our margin is set to auto, so it automatically centers.